That's probably why I was so slow to recognize it when the new superintendent and others in the district launched a full-scale attack on my position and reputation. I focused on trying to solve problems, and the school system actually is using that against me. I've been repeatedly investigated, hit with a gag order, told to resign or retire, and smeared with outright lies in the media. Last fall, I informed the principal of Manatee High School that I plan to step down as athletic director before the end of the 2014 school year. In mid-November, the district held a meeting of athletic directors to inform all of us that a new district policy would not allow ADs to remain dual roles as both AD and coach. Incidentally, there were only three of us. Paul Meckley made the comment he was retiring in April, so it didn't affect him. Sean Trent at Lakewood Ranch actually gave up the AD's job last week. And at that meeting, I announced to the group that I would be giving up my role as athletic director. Those close to me, including my varsity football assistants and others at Manatee High School, already knew about my desire to focus solely on football for 2014. A few weeks later, in December, District Superintendent Rick Mills requested that I resign as AD effective in January. Since I was planning to focus on football anyways, stepping down as AD was already part of my plan for the year. I sent my resignation letter to Manatee High School principal and local media on Friday, December 6th. Later that night, after 9 o'clock, I received a hand-delivered package at my home from a school district courier containing an administrative complaint against me related to the district's baseball investigation at Manatee High School. Prior to receipt of this package, I had no knowledge of the district's complaint against me, the results of the baseball investigation report, or concerns about alleged wrongdoing involving me. The district purposely timed the delivery of the administrative complaint and investigative report, along with the release of these documents to the media, to make it appear to the community that I resigned as AD because of the findings in the report. The district's devious tactics worked well, as to this day I continue to read news articles that state or suggest that I resigned the AD as a result of a perceived baseball scandal, when that simply is not true. The truth is, had I known about the district's findings and complaint, I would not have voluntarily resigned until after the baseball matter was resolved. The underhanded manner and deliberate timing of the district's delivery of the administrative complaint in an effort to deceive the community and smear me shows the type of leadership we have in the district today. The charges and accusations brought against me are without merit. After we're done here today, I will give the media a 31-page packet that includes a detailed report on the facts of the matter. The district's investigator reached conclusions in his report that are not supported by facts or testimony. His conclusions only serve to support a predetermined agenda to cast Bob Gagnon and me in a bad light. Facts and testimony contained in the report that are contrary to the investigator's conclusions were either not taken into account or were blatantly disregarded. I was shocked that the district leadership would go to such great lengths and be given so much leeway to target and marginalize employees instead of focusing on education, until I saw it happening to others and to me. So much time, effort, and resources are being wasted on personal and political agendas instead of education and student achievement. This is a very sad reality that our community should be deeply concerned about. This past May, I received the Manatee High School Outstanding Alumnus Award and was honored to speak at graduation. 3 days later, I received a certified letter from the district leadership informing me that I was not being recommended for reappointment to my job as business manager. Later, a couple weeks later, I was offered a job to be employed as a teacher, but the district has yet to take this before the school board for approval. As of now, since June 30th, I am currently unemployed after being non-renewed while on medical leave. I have dedicated 29 years to Manatee High School as a teacher, head football coach, business manager, and athletic director. I'm proud of my tenure at MHS and wanted to continue as head football coach. My doctors advised me that being the head football coach, combined with the continued stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights brought on by district leadership's threats on my job, pressure and intimidation to retire, false allegations in an administrative complaint, and attempts to defame me in the media would be putting my health at risk. I chose to heed my doctor's advice and take a year off from coaching football. In June, I informed the Manatee High School principal, who has been there a total of 2 years, and the new AD, who's been there a total of 6 months, that I wanted to take a medical leave from being head football coach. They responded by hiring a coach to permanently replace me. In essence, my medical conditions and the treatment of those conditions brought on by the unscrupulous actions of the district leadership have forced me to give up my life's passion of being the head football coach at Manatee High School. The defense of my reputation and integrity is very important to me. It has been very costly and time-consuming and has put undue stress on my family as well. The district's pursuit of their erroneous complaints has affected my health, my livelihood, and my life. District leadership has also affected the health, careers, and lives of many others in our community who are dedicated to the education of our children. The division and constant turmoil is toxic. The district leadership has used unscrupulous tactics to effect change and to justify the elimination of numerous long-term employees. Many good people have been damaged, and this cannot be allowed to continue. Our community, district employees, and students certainly deserve better.
Why now, Joe? Why are you having this press conference now instead of October? When
Couldn't.
This thing was a problem for you.
What's your name?
Doesn't matter.
Dick Connor.
Dick Connor.
Dr. Connor is here.
In October, there was no need for a press conference because there was nothing.
Let him answer the question.
Are you going to talk? Plus, I had a gag order that was imposed on me to not be able to speak until I got my lawyers to overturn it at the end of February. My plans were still to come back and coach.